Hope you're okay and you slept well. We had a lot of data already. We do have some German data coming up. The sentiment index, it can move the euro, and we've got some yen data out later. Obviously all eyes tomorrow. This is going to be absolutely roller coaster. So I'm minimizing my exposure to trades until after this event. I'm currently looking at the S&P, as I'm trying to keep you guys updated with the S&P progress. What's happening is that they're buying the dips. When I say they, I mean the retail guys, not the smart money. The dumb money is buying. So every time it crosses the 21 moving average, it becomes a sell. If we go from above and we go up, it's a sell. So there's that move, and there's that move. It comes down. Happens all the time. So you definitely want to get a copy of this trading station. If it comes down and it crosses the 21, then it can be a buy, but we need them to short it. So currently I'm not doing anything at all until they get flushed out, because we really should be breaking lows, and the only way that they're going to get stopped out is by looking at supports, and then it breaks supports. So we have to break these lows, right? Even if it means breaching 4,000, that should do it. And then they'll get destroyed, and once they've got destroyed, then we can resume normal behaviour where they're actually short. They can't be long on risk. If they're long on risk, then so there's a 200-point move, 210-point move where they went long here. So you know, that should hopefully be quite clear, and that's my approach and plan of attack this week, is that I'm not going to do anything at all until these guys get flushed out. If this does come down across to 21 moving average, I might entertain a long, but currently it'd be a risky buy, because at the high level it's a sell, because we're 60% long. We want that below 50. Okay. Where's the MT4? MT4. Okay, so AU, we're a sentimental sell. Technically, this could be a good support, 71.93, it's monthly pivot. SLC above is large, 72.05, one below is 70.80. You'll see that this is going to fluctuate a lot. There's a lot of movement, and probably a lot of fear and uncertainty with the Fed as well. That's going to be the biggest risk event, and we've got to remember the geopolitical fears as well, where you know, if we're going to be risk off, then the dollar can appreciate as a safe haven. So, but alternatively, the Aussie could also appreciate because its connection with precious metals, which we found out 2 weeks ago. The Aussie actually did quite well, despite us going borderline World War III. Right, so lots of things to be careful of. Maybe probably just look at technical. If so, it'd be a buy here, and you can have your stop there. You'd wait for a candle above. This is the largest stop loss cluster that we look at QuasiDB, so perhaps we might get that then dump. We are a sell, and they went long, so ideally you want things to align. They're not aligning on that. Dollar yen, I'll do dollar Swiss as well, and I'll show you how choppy and horrible the dollar CAD is. So this is that big move. I think this is a ramp up in order to dump. It was a pump and then dump scenario, so you want to keep an eye on 118.34. The SLC above is 118.60, one below is 117.79. We can exceed MR3. It does happen, but it's kind of unusual. It's normally quite good resistance. Likewise, the support is good support. We are a buy. My FX book will get absolutely destroyed on that move. So, I mean, you could argue that's probably flushed them out. There is that stop loss cluster node here. The one above is at 119 on the dot, and there's one up here as well, 120. Oh my god. Well, you know, I think that's what's going to happen. I think, yeah, I think this is possibly going to happen. It wants that, so be careful. I think definitely be careful. I'll show you dollar Swiss. It's done the same. It's hit MR3. It took the SLC out, I think. Come really close. Yeah, I think that probably could argue that your spread on your broker would have taken the majority of people out there. 94.10. MR3 here. So we are a buy. They shorted it here at MR1, and it valued 150 pips. So try and keep an eye on this 50% cross. It's really helpful. There. Okay, admittedly we did teeter for a while, but you know, you could have probably went long with a stop loss there potentially. We'd have come down to break even 3 times. It's pretty horrible. But if finally you would have caught the move, you knowing that they were stuck because they crossed the 50% line. Say dollar CAD, it's absolutely horrendous. So I feel sorry for anyone trading this. It's just really horrible. Like, you can't trade that. I couldn't. I wouldn't want to trade that. It's ridiculous. And this is obviously a connection with oil as well, because you know the Russia-Ukraine. And the one above for UC 128.60. We're close. One below is 128.02. We are a buy, and they shorted it. So you know there's that move above monthly pivot. So, but it's just ridiculous. It's horrible. I don't know. You couldn't swing trade that. It's just horrendous. Look at the sentiment as well, all over the shop. So I'll show you EU and GU, and then maybe AU. Actually, we'll do the AU. Oh, we started at AU, didn't we? Yeah, we did that one. Do EU, and then do GU. So monthly support 2 to come into play, 108.85. So that's that. One below is 108.95. One above is 110.40. We are a sell. They shorted it, so there's a mismatch there. So that doesn't agree. The dynamic doesn't agree with the static. And ideally, you'd wait for the monthly pivot to break in order to buy. So currently, technically, we're a sell. Sentimentally, we're a sell at the static level. Dynamically, we're a buy. So you want the things to align. So that's going to be tricky. GU. And then I'll close the video. And I think my approach of not doing anything until the Fed is probably going to be a wise move, because I was kind of inclined to go long on the S&P, but I'm glad I didn't. 130.80, so it's 50 pips away. One below is 129.85. We are a sell at the high level, and they went long here. They crossed the 50% line here. 135. 500 pips, 540 pip move on the 50% cross. So get a copy of this FX SSI ratios. Very, very powerful. Very, you know, you can make a lot of profits just using the 50% crossover. You could have waited for the new monthly pivot. We knew price was below, so we had a technically bearish bias. We knew looking left that they were trapped up here. And so you could have shorted it. You know, in hindsight, I didn't take this trade, but you know, it would have been a good one with your stop loss at monthly pivot, and that would have been a 445 pip move. So that's that then. So that's my plan. Just going to take it easy, and I will be doing the same tomorrow. And then after the Fed, then I'll be looking at price action. But I desperately need these guys to get out. Once they've got out, then we'll know that we're risk on, and then we can resume like normal trading, like we were for the last few years. This current situation is just not very good from a sentiment perspective, because I don't want to be trading with the crowd. You want to be trading against them, because they're normally wrong, and as we see time and time again, they're always wrong. So I'm waiting for these guys to be flushed out. Once they are, then I can resume with normal confidence and conviction. And also look at the S&P chart on the daily as well. So that's that. So hopefully they get flushed out. We'll have to wait and see. I'll do another video tomorrow in anticipation of the Fed, but I recommend if you're going to trade, just trade tiny, and then you should be fine. And I'll be back tomorrow.